Right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Mark Talks Gaming, and today we're carrying on, and we're starting new now. No more GTA 5 on this channel, and it will be 7 days a week of F1 Manager 24. We are here today to try and carry on with this. We are in for the round 4 of the season at Suzuki, the Japanese Grand Prix here today. We have got some new car developments and manufacturing right now, trying to get them done as soon as possible to get the car a little bit better. But at the moment, it's all go. We've got a little bit of money in the kitty as well, so we're just trying to get that as well. But at the moment, Yuki Tsunoda and Esteban Ocon are having a great season so far. We're 9th and 10th on the grid with car development and where the car looks, but at the same time, we're doing well for what we're doing.
Konnichiwa from the Suzuka circuit in Japan. The home of Honda, Suzuka is an old-school circuit with high-speed straights and tight turns through the S's. At 130R, the track crosses over itself, then loops back around, giving drivers a sweeping expanse of track to challenge them. The previous race saw Carlos Sainz top the podium after a tremendous drive. Can he maintain his winning ways with another good outing this weekend? The weekend begins here.
Thank you ever so much, Crofty. It does, very much so. We are here today just to keep things rolling, keep things going. There is heavy rain expected for this. Abby Pulling and Kimi Antonelli will be the drivers for free practice 1. We're going to sim all the way to qualifying like we always do. And then we're going to have a check. We're going to get Crofty talking, but we're not going to listen. I do apologise, Crofty, even though I love you. About that. So let's see how Abby Pulling and Kimi Antonelli got 8th. That's fair. Abby Pulling got 14th. P6 for Yuki Tsunoda. P11 for Ocon. Hopefully it doesn't get that at all. So right, let's try. Right. I can't find a way. Let's go with that. Alright, 58% here. Alright, that's what we're going to go for here on Esteban Ocon's car. 1 flying lap. It looks like there's rain going to be for the race, so there might be a little bit of rain in the air. Nah, it's been bright sunshine here today, no percentage of rain coming out. So let's try and get our drivers out as quickly as possible. And see how we get on here. We'll go round with Yuki Tsunoda. We went with Tsunoda last time. Let's go around with Ocon this time for their fastest laps. And we'll ride on board with them as well. Let's see how they do. There is a car coming out of the pits, but will not block us. There's no cars in the way for us to be able to do our fastest laps. So we got clean and fresh air here to do what we can do. No sign of Yuki Tsunoda as well, which is good. Not going to get any of that bad air as well. Even better. Right, that's coming up to sector 1 here. See how fast Yuki Tsunoda is purple. How's Esteban Ocon feeling? He's going green. Yuki Tsunoda doing good first sector there. Misses the apex, but goes a little bit wider to try and get on the power earlier. Really well done here by Esteban Ocon. Right, Sector 2 should be coming up now. How is and Yuki Tsunoda going purple. Can Ocon match that? No. But doing well. Don't need to lift off the power at all there. Go down to third. Just over 100 kilometers an hour. And there we go. How close is it to each other? Half a second. Ocon did really have a good lap there. Might have to go back out again because that is a big gap. And look how close we are to the Ferrari as well. Ocon, you're going to have to go back out. That is not a good enough lap. Tsunoda doesn't have to go out there because he's closer to Ferrari. We're faster than Verstappen, which is mental on its own. But Ocon already going faster than what he did before. Green, and that's not a good run there by Esteban Ocon. Might just make it into the top 10. Who we got down there? They could do better. Not really, not anyone. Maybe Alonso could go a bit higher than us. Norris doing well with that Williams. So top 10. Oh, now he's going down. Going down there for Esteban Ocon. He had one go at those tyres, 2 goes on those tyres, so we'll have to go onto a new batch where Yuki Tsunoda doesn't. He can go into an old set. But let's manage the session here. This is Esteban Ocon. I'm going to send him out first. And Yuki Tsunoda can go out with Magnussen stuck in the middle of both of us. But let's see how they both do here. Right, Ocon got a lot of clean air here.
Just keep your dash negative.
And again, Yuki Tsunoda's half a second quicker than Esteban Ocon. And Esteban Ocon is on fresher tyres. That's mental. You're going to have to go out again. I'm going to put... No, I don't want you to go out. I'm going to go on a new set. Okay. I'm a bit worried here for Ocon. I don't think he's going to make the top 10. Alright, we're going to wait for everyone to finish, and then we're then going to go out. Right, like now. Right, I need better laps here from both of these gentlemen. And Ocon doesn't improve. He's going to be starting P13. Oh, he had a good start of the year. But both of these drivers' seats are still up for grabs here. Kimi Antonelli will be starting the first race of next season. But who is going to be taking his place? We will give it up until, I think, the summer break. And then go for it.
Green light now.
Right, let's set a marker here today. And let's go. Green was purple, green, purple, but Verstappen goes ahead with Fernando Alonso a second and a bit down on us. Now time to put some fresh ones on. That should improve us quite a bit. Verstappen's gone out, so we're going to go out as well. A lot of clean air here. Oh, we're now about to be compromised. Hasn't improved. Hasn't improved there, so we're looking like we might be starting P7, P13 for the race. Alonso needs to come out with a worldie here. No, he doesn't do it. Okay, so P7, P13, with 2 different strategies. One's going to go longer than the other.
It won't be long
But it won't matter,
we get
because it's
underway
wet.
here in Japan with 53 figure-of-8 laps around this historic circuit.
Anything can happen at Suzuka, as Kimi Raikkonen proved in 2005. The Finn battled all the way from 17th to win. Will we see a similar show of will and talent today, I wonder?
Drivers will battle it out this weekend on the snaking turns of Suzuka, the only figure-of-8 track in Formula One. High-speed downforce will be the name of the game here, if teams want to secure a place on that podium. The time has come to fight it out. It's race day.
All right. Let's see how we do here. Ocon's got a little bit in the bank here to sort of go. I've done top 3. So, right. It's going to absolutely chuck it down at one point. Maybe soft compounds. Wet might have to come on. But it's saying inters. We'll go with that. We'll watch what everyone else does. And then we will go from there. Both on 97% setup, which is good. Which means that they both have the equally balanced setup of the car that they wanted. And it's all down to pure skill now to see where they go.
The anticipation is really building here. The fans in attendance are absolutely buzzing with excitement. As we get to this race, our focus shifts to Valtteri Bottas.
They got everything right to earn that P6 position. Now they've just got to show they can do it again in the race.
Here we go. It's time to go racing. Get ready. It's the Japanese Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go.
P7, P13. Let's see what our drivers can do in the wet. Track conditions are telling me that there's going to be a massive peak of wet tyres that could be put on. But we've already been going down to P8 with the overtake here from George Russell pushing us off the track. But Yuki Tsunoda is able to come back on and get in front of Fernando Alonso. Esteban Ocon not doing well here, dropping down, got back up to P13 after the Williams tried to have him. But that... we need to make sure that Fernando Alonso doesn't do anything here. As well as Esteban Ocon.
Copy that.
They're trying to go round the outside here. Is Fernando Alonso doesn't make it. George Russell does well there to sort of cut off the inside line for the corner. But that is a good traction there from Ocon. Wet. And look at that by Yuki Tsunoda at the arse of George Russell. Can he dive? No, he's still going for it, going around the outside. And there is a good turn in there. Now going down here to the straight. The Aston Martin trying to look for some clean air. Maybe cooling down the tyres a little bit here. But this is a battery. Look at that, already down to 70%, going back up to 80 with the braking here. Charging the DRS, George Russell doing a really good job here so far. Blocking off P7. And that is helping Valtteri Bottas get out of that 1 second. We don't need to worry about the second because of the fact that there is no DRS. But Yuki Tsunoda here looking to maybe dive bomb down the inside. No, George Russell cuts that off. Russell doing really well defensively to try and push it and get it going. But will we go on to the wet compounds to help us go longer, but that will stop us from a pit stop? Alonso really coming back up the back of us, with George Russell really starting to get out of the way here. Over half a second here between us and George Russell, and just about 300th of a second for Fernando Alonso on the back of us. We need to find Yuki Tsunoda needs to do a miracle here to try and get things back going the way they were and push on a bit more. But the good thing is the cooling temperatures of the tyres and the engine is at optimal, so we're not too particularly worried about that. Already gained 0.4 on the first 2 laps of the race. Just trying to find a way here. There is just under 1 second gap between us, and now Alonso's in trouble with Pierre Gasly up his arse. And Gasly's looking to go for it. Go down the inside, and Gasly has overtaken Fernando Alonso. Down the fast power straight there. But Fernando, as the wily old vet he is, isn't going to let that go very easy. Down to P14, Fernando Alonso, Lando Norris, sorry, doing a great job right now. Let's skip ahead now, go on to neutral, keep the tyres the way they are. We're keeping in that 1 second gap here. But we're not really pushing on. Let's empty some of the petrol that we got. See if we can close that gap a bit more here. Alright, let's drain the battery a bit now and try and get up to... And he's right, he's going around the outside here. That is excellent here by Yuki Tsunoda. Perfectly timed.
Good. Bottas in front.
Right, we also need now Ocon to do the same thing and push up and try and get Lando Norris, and he has. Trying to push on a little bit more as well. Go back to neutral. Can we close up to Valtteri Bottas? Let's drain more of that battery to see if we can get to him. And he has, and he's overtaken him up to P6. That is excellent work here by Yuki Tsunoda. Up to P6, P13. Max Verstappen just set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. But Bottas is going to be all up our gearbox. It's just us now. Just trying to keep things going, being on our side. Very difficult to overtake in the wet. Because you haven't got the assisted of the DRS. But we are closing up here to Charles Leclerc. You can see him. But Bottas has retaken that lead now. Now he's on the power thing here to try and close up to the gap here of Charles Leclerc. Yuki Tsunoda just hiding around the back, just trying to pick his spot when he needs to. And he's already going for it. Now Leclerc's pushed on. Yuki found the spot here. Hamilton's already into the pits, gone on to new softs. There has been a yellow flag in sector 1.
Might be debris around here.
Let's have a look at what's up in here.
Out there.
Oh, Aaron.
The car makes
Oh,
contact.
clipped the apex. Might have hit that rear wing. I don't think he will be able to do much moving forward, but let's see what happens. Yuki Tsunoda now. Trying to keep on the back here of Valtteri Bottas, but gets blocked by the blue flags. Trying to drain that battery to get back under that 1 second. Is now changed to wet. Albon has gone on to wet on the Haas's. Let's see what the top of the row do here. Will they pit? No. Ocon needs to just drain that thing. Trying to get up to Enzo Fittipaldi. Isn't able to do so. Not a great race here for Esteban Ocon. If we look at the standings and the drivers, Yuki Tsunoda is now up to P5 overall. Esteban Ocon now dropping down 2 places to P8. Needs to up his game a bit more here. It's a good thing that the wets are coming, because now it's going to save our tyres until we go onto that soft compound and go for it nearer to the end of the race. Right, let's drain that and let's get Bottas. Come on, Yuki. Let's drain that ERS system and let's get...
At the moment, it doesn't look like it's raining.
Copy.
Okay, so there is no more rain now at all. So it's all about us picking our strategy right and being able to come on and pick off Bottas. Then he's done it brilliantly. Now needs to top that up.
No DRS available.
He needs to top that up as well. Tsunoda now doing a great job here. Keeping P5 and charging the battery as well. Just had the fastest lap there by Oscar Piastri. And now another fastest lap. The lap times are now dropping. I think it is very close to us picking the time of going onto the soft compound tyres.
We can give it a couple of laps.
Albon's tyres are at 0%. Absolutely rinse those.
How are conditions? DRS enabled.
Right. Soft. Pit. Let's go. I think most people are going to be doing the same thing as us.
Box.
If we have a look at the top. No, they're not coming in. We're coming in to undercut everyone to go on those soft compound tyres.
Now there's been an issue in the pits.
And we've undercutted them massively. We're now on the back of Charles Leclerc. That is an excellent pit stop from us. Great timing. P5 now. Let's keep into that DRS here of Charles if we can. If we can get there. And we're in the pits. We're in the DRS here. Can we go? 13 laps to go. Yuki Tsunoda looking to go down that out in the inside. He thinks better of it. Now this is our chance and opportunity to go up to P5. DRS is now enabled. And Yuki Tsunoda looking to go down the inside. Charles Leclerc not really blocking that off. And it's done fantastically well for us to keep ourselves pushing on.
Okay, Yuki, you're doing well on tyres. Just keep doing this job.
Exactly what we want to be hearing there. Our driver doing a great job with the tyres, but it won't matter. We are 20 seconds behind the team that is in P3. But it's all about us now. And what we're going to be doing here. Right. Who is that car in front of us? Oh, I think that's a lap car. Trying to keep it going here. And look how close he is. He's going to get us with the DRS at some point. But we've also done a great job. 5 seconds away off Hamilton is to Leclerc, which is good. We've also got the Aston Martins that are a bit further behind. Ocon needs to do something here and needs to close that gap to Enzo Fittipaldi. He has, but then he's lost it again. Those tyres need to go to the end. Now Yuki Tsunoda has broken DRS, not for long, has broken DRS here to Charles Leclerc, who's just come back inside of it. P4 at the moment from Yuki Tsunoda. Excellent work. Now P5. Only got around about 7 laps remaining here. Now Charles Leclerc has decided to go off into the distance. We need to catch him back up. Get back into that DRS zone. And I think we have done it. You've got no more DRS. We've just drained it to try and get back into this. And there is the DRS is now open. Trying to look to go down the inside of Charles Leclerc.
5 more laps. Okay.
Come here. And Charles has done a great job of defending that. We're going to top it up as well, just to make sure that we are ready to go to nearer to the end of the race, but keeping inside of the DRS zone. And we're doing, and Yuki Tsunoda is doing an absolutely fantastic job now. P4 here today with Ocon P12. Not having a great race for him. We're now in the final lap of the Grand Prix. Not yet. I don't think we're on our final lap yet. Now we are. Now drain every single inch of this car that we possibly can to try and push away from Charles Leclerc. Yuki Tsunoda here in his home Grand Prix, trying to get a top 4 finish. We've had one top 3, can we get a top 4? That is a little bit wide there. They're doing a great job coming round here. Perfectly. Keeps pushing on, keeps going here. Yuki Tsunoda doing an excellent job of pushing on, pushing this forward. We are now out of the 1 second here
And Sainz crosses the line first. He's taken the win.
of Charles Leclerc, Carlos Sainz, Max Verstappen, Oscar Piastri, top 3. Our tyres are dead, but we do not care. We're using every single inch of this just to get us over the line. We're over the 1 second here for Charles Leclerc to get the DRS, and he will not get it going up to the line. But here we go now. Yuki Tsunoda coming over the line. P4 finish.
And check reflect.
And Esteban Ocon just letting the team down a bit here today by not getting a top 10.
Yuki Tsunoda really put in a brilliant drive today.
An outstanding performance today to have made the top 10. Not many would have expected this from the team, to be honest.
Very
We may
much.
see these kind of scenes a lot in Formula One, but it's easy to forget just what it means to the whole team. And with that, the Sainz name remains engraved in F1 history.
That takes them up to 3 wins this season. They proved just so hard to beat.
And a lovely show of sportsmanship to conclude proceedings here in Japan. Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
Well, talk about a tale of 2 drivers. Lots of positives, but also an awful lot of room for improvement. The team are going to want both drivers firing on all cylinders.
And that's all for today as we wrap up the weekend here in Japan.
Join us for the next round as we head to Shanghai for all the excitement of the Chinese Grand Prix.
And that is where we will be doing our first sprint race of the season as well. But Yuki Tsunoda putting us into P4 in the finish. The drivers now pulling away here. It got overlapped, or he's done better than Charles Leclerc. Ocon stays P6 overall, but the constructors, we are up to P3 and staying in P3 now. More points over the Aston Martins. The Ferraris are not at it this season. Mercedes not doing well, but Williams getting a couple of points with the others not on anything here so far. We didn't get the fastest lap of the Grand Prix or in the top 10, so we don't get any extra points. 2.6 were both of the ones that we got, but we got a little bit of money with the driver performances from it. But there is some sporting regulation vote that is about to happen as well. We've refurbished the factory, we've refurbished the wind tunnel, and now here we go. We got some regulation changes here, a major one that needs to be looked at. Do we want to go for the complete overhaul of the chassis? Or do we want to vote for overhaul of the underfloor? Or do we want to vote for the major suspension? I have no clue what either of this means. We believe that a set of sweeping changes to the car aerodynamics with a focus on the underfloor will introduce new levels of excitement to the sport and drivers maintain. Alright, we'll go for the underfloor then. Alright, that's it then. Thank you guys ever so much for watching episode 5 of this. This is now 7 days a week of F1 Manager 24, trying to win the Constructors and the Driver World Championship. At this precise moment, Esteban Ocon is on the firing line because there is a certain 18-year-old of Kimi Antonelli that is ready to go, and he will be driving straight away next season. But it's between these two. Yuki doing an excellent job. What will happen with that? It says 2 years, but they had 1 year left last season. 2026, the next season. But maybe we can find a way. Who knows? But that will be it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and peace.